Welcome back to the Obviously Complicated Podcast. This is part 2 with Corynn Alliyah. I am, as always, your host, Dave Borowski. And of course, we are also joined with your co-host, Stevie Schaefer. Real quick, let's just let the people know again where they can find you, Corynn, Stevie.
Instagram, Corynn_Alliyah. My first name's spelled, it's 2 N's, so Corynn, 2 N's.
Hell yeah. And Stevie, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at MadeForStevieMovie. I'm sticking with it, apparently. My dumb joke.
You know,
It's not like unheard of for a comedian to have not just their name Instagram.
You know what's wild is like when during the first introduction, I don't know why in my head I wanted to call you Stevie Nicks. I don't know why.
Isn't
You're
your
not
name
the
after?
first. No, you know that's not. I'm named after my uncle. You know that.
Well, that
What are you,
wow.
crazy?
Well, thanks for reminding me. I feel
It's
great.
okay.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're all on the same page now.
Yeah, and as always, you can find me here or on Instagram at Dave Borowski. We do this all the time, and if anybody is returning to this, which thank you guys again for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff for algorithm and bullshit, and that's all I'll say about that.
He's trying not to say like and subscribe, but that's what he means. It's
Yeah,
okay. Turn
cool.
on the notification bell. It's
God
fine.
damn it, I hate it all so much. But that's what you have to do to get anybody to watch.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this happens every time. We were just talking about it. The moment we pause and go outside, and before part 2, we always have such juicy, awesome conversations that we're like, shit, we should, this should be on the pod. So, we were just talking about the difference between black, gray, and white magic. As we discussed in the first part, Corynn is a Christian, and Stevie is agnostic, and I, probably the best way you can describe me is, a chaos magician, pagan, collective consciousness believer, I guess, which is maybe just a goofy, long-winded way to say I do believe in God, kind of. But so the difference between black, gray, and white magic is that if you're doing black magic, you're using spiritual power and spells, I guess is the easiest way to say it. But when you say that, a lot of people in their mind think of like, I don't know, like video games or Harry Potter or like fireballs, like Wizards and D&D
I think of
or
like
something.
a witch like stirring a cauldron and like putting in animal parts.
There are people that do that and practice that.
I think about Lady Gaga.
I mean, fair enough. That I think that she probably does black magic. I would for sure say, or he. Fucking love it. I will for sure say that Beyonce absolutely does black magic.
Oh,
she wears a Baphomet ring.
Oh, she is a witch, 100%.
Yeah, her live drummer, quit the band, and the reasons he cited was that she was sexually abusing people and doing satanic.
Yeah, she's the most
blood magic.
She's probably like the most demonic person in Hollywood I know of. Like she is.
Yeah, she's a piece of work. So black magic is when you use all of this stuff that just works. It does change things. It bends reality. But you're doing it to enforce your own will and desires, despite it maybe negatively or almost certainly negatively affecting others. So that is what we call black magic. That's when you're doing like spiritual spells or rituals in order to enact your own will over the world, over the physical world. That's part of where the pentagram comes from. So the traditional pagan symbol is the pentacle, where it's the upward facing star. So the 4 bottom points of the star represent earth, wind, fire, air. So the elements, so the physical world. And then the upward facing star represents spirit. So ideally in white or gray magic, you're supposed to be uplifting the spirit, uplifting God, if you will, uplifting the collective consciousness above the physical world. When you invert it and you have that facing down that represents spirit, you're manifesting things in the physical world to overcome the spirit, basically to push God underneath what the physical world is. And that is why it's used in satanic or black magical rituals. It is to basically control and force the physical world to bend to your will. That shit is bad. It is not good. It is selfish. It is evil, and it is not awesome. The fucked up thing is that it works. It actually works. I don't think you necessarily have to have a pact with the devil to do it, but there's people that do that stuff. Gray magic is more benevolent, but is still a little bit more self-serving. So like a gray magic thing is that you like want to manifest like wealth or something, but not at the expense of others. It is just bending the physical world to your will in a more benevolent way. It is still a little self-serving, but it is not actively trying to use or hurt anyone else. It is just functionally trying to make your life better. White magic is what you would call the will of your higher self. It's like when you try to get out of the way and just let God or whatever your higher self you would call flow through you and do what it decides needs to happen to the physical world. A lot of white magic that is the most accessible and common to people is prayer. Prayer is white magic. Saying, your will be done, God. Your will be done, not mine. It doesn't matter what I want. It matters what God or your higher self would want. And that shit works too. And that stuff is the most benevolent because it's not at all about what you desire. It's not at all about what I want the physical world to change to become. It's like, let me get out of the way and just let you, God, do your thing. So I practice white and gray magic. I do not practice black magic, and I do not prescribe it to anyone to do, because it does work, but there is cost. And
it's like monkey's paw kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's a perfect example of like a mythical version of black magic. Yes, absolutely. Monkey's paw. There's a couple other like fairly popular examples of it. Selling your soul to the devil for fame and wealth is another pretty common. Like everybody kind of knows that myth or theory or whatever. Thing is, that's real, but that's what it is.
Yeah, that's real. That's not an actual theory.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Beyonce's a perfect example of that. I would say that she sold her soul to the Baphomet for wealth and power and fame. So we can for sure agree on that. I thought that this would be a fun conversation for that specific reason, that I think there's a lot of things that we'll agree on, and then some things that we're maybe don't agree on or don't see eye to eye on. But again, thank you for doing this, and also thank you for, like we were saying, having a conversation about it and not being like, well, you're wrong and blah blah blah, because that's, who needs that? Division is
I mean,
bad.
even if I would never say like. I would never like arrogantly just say like you're wrong, but I would just say like I don't agree with that.
Yeah, well, so that's the mature, grown up thing, way to go about it. Cool. There's that. We were supposed to try to be funny during this portion.
Yeah.
And then I guess we can end on Deep Boys, but
what
I
we
feel
were
like
saying out there, we're talking about Kanye.
Oh yeah,
we're talking about MK Ultra programming and how they do it and how like.
So
yeah, everyone in Hollywood is programmed, and you guys saw the video of Ariana Grande when she was like I think people were trying to twist it the other way, but like she said, I don't know, it was like the Oscars or some shit where Ariana was there and she was like, they did the memory erasure treatment on me, the clinic, the brighter days, and I was like, that's the most straightforward I've ever seen anybody say that they're under MK Ultra. I've ever seen in my life.
Oh wow, yeah.
She literally said, like, it was literally like.
Well, what's wild is that, like, we know MK Ultra happened. The CIA has come out and said so.
Yeah.
But they never said that they stopped.
They didn't, because everyone under Hollywood is under the programming. They're under programming to program us. Because they have to use them. They're the puppets of the higher ups. So Hollywood, these people are in the middle hierarchy.
Right.
Because the people that above them that control them, because they're still slaves. And then we're the mega slaves. We're at the bottom. Like, we're pieces of shit to them, high hierarchies.
Yeah, we're cogs.
Like the Rothschilds and shit. We're peasants.
I was gonna say, so who do you think is at the top?
The high hierarchy,
yeah.
like
Rothschilds, Morgans, Chases.
I think the people like that. Yeah, it's those bloodlines for sure. It's people who are descended from a certain bloodlines, and like they are the 1%. You know.
Well, yeah, and you could say generational wealth, but it is also there's like a creepy, like almost what are they, matriarchal or patriarchal, like magic bloodline kind of.
Because they're all Satanists. Because they're satanic.
Now you do not seem like you're mincing words about that at all. You truly believe that these guys are all Luciferian.
Yes,
Satanists?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
I think this world. We're living in a satanic world.
So
completely.
The thing that they say about that in tarot and paganism and like, you know, chaos magic, the stuff that I believe and practice, is that that is possible in this physical world because it's manipulatable, and so basically people are willing to sacrifice what we would probably agree is called the afterlife or heaven or whatever to have power and fame and wealth
on Earth. Right.
So like that is a thing that's true in Christianity, Judaism, Hermetic Judaism, Kabbalah Judaism, which I take a lot of magical practice from Kabbalah, and also like paganism and you know, like more Western Germanic kind of like forms of magic and religion. To be fair, I don't believe in like Zeus or Odin or anything. I think those were like kind of I don't know, like fun analogies. You know what I mean?
That's gay.
All right, we are being funny. Yeah, good.
I think that's gay. Like, what was I gonna say? I had something. Oh yeah. So like, people. I think the average person literally just has absolutely no idea how many satanic practices are ingrained inside of the scope of Hollywood. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people.
Andrew's fucking movies coming in at the right time. We
Oh
got
my
a soundtrack.
gosh.
We got a soundtrack.
That's
That's
so funny.
fucking awesome. No, I'm sorry.
Like, a lot of people generally know, like, oh yeah, that's satanic. But the thing is like, people don't know that. People don't understand the religion of these people, the religion of Hollywood and all this stuff. Like, it is Satanism, but it's like a whole scope of Satanism. It's like this umbrella of things that all go back to Lucifer. For example, Freemasonry. A lot of people don't know, and they don't understand that Freemasonry is the occult. Because if you're a random person on the street, you're not going to be a Freemason. That's not how it works. It is a secret society, and they do worship Lucifer because their doctrine does preach that, and they are in the occult. And
well, I mean, the definition of occult is just hidden knowledge, and
that's why it's a secret society.
And that's why you know, they would say that that's esoteric knowledge. Now, I am, I listened to and was mentored by a couple of people that say that they're very, very much against the continual hiding of this knowledge. A big reason why Masonry became a thing was when the Catholic Church was murdering people that were doing magic and just killing them. Which also I think the Catholic Church is basically a Christian mask over top of Satanism. Just look at the pedophilia. Look no further. There you go.
Yeah.
But the Pope is from Chicago, so we're gonna fucking we're gonna be fine now, guys. We got an American in there. America. Do you think Trump had anything to do with that?
I don't know, man.
That's good to go down a strange rabbit hole.
I don't know, man. All I know is that apparently the last pope was supposed to be the last pope. There's a bunch of prophecies about that.
Interesting.
I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but
I haven't heard
they're
about
saying
that,
that the one who just died, like, he was supposed to be the last pope we ever had.
Interesting. I didn't hear about that. I'll look into it.
Yeah, it's like an end times prophecy thing, because...
Well,
do you think we're in the end times?
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
for the sake of argument, hasn't everybody thought that their generation was the end times? You know what I mean? It's just sort of the same thing of like this new generation, they're just dumb. They don't want to work. They're crazy. They're mentally ill, and it's like.
Oh, is that an impersonation of a boomer?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But also you can fucking read Aristotle, and he's like, this new generation, god damn it, they don't work, they don't read, fucking and it's like that's been going on forever. I feel like there is this perpetual idea of, oh, we're in the end times. You can go really Philip K. Dick about it and be like, we're stuck in a reoccurring simulation where we're trying this thing over and over again, and actually the only thing that has happened is one time, and we are in the Book of Acts.
I want to make it a point to read. I have the book. I just need to read it. Like 1984.
1984
definitely
is
worth a read.
Worth a read. It's a quick read, and it is scarily accurate. The other two that I would prescribe if you're looking into that dystopia kind of like stuff that was getting put out in the turn of the 20th century, early 1900s. Orwell is huge. Animal Farm is another great one from him. Fahrenheit 451 is by Ray Bradbury. Is
Brave New World.
Brave New World is Aldous Huxley. Probably my favorite of the. No, but I think Fahrenheit 451 is my favorite just because of the way that Ray Bradbury writes. Is just he's like painting with words. It's just gorgeous.
Do you think we live in a dystopia now?
Yeah, I think we've been for a while.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think
the continuation of I think ever since
the Federal Reserve.
No, I think ever since we introduced AI into our society, I think we've been living in a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
So no, this is what I tell people all the time, and I'm actually being serious. But it might be funny, but I'm being serious when I say this. When I tell people, that you're kind of coming awake when you understand that Black Mirror is not fiction.
No. I would say it's prophecy.
Yes.
It's very similar to I would classify 1984, Brave New World, all as prophecy.
When I tell people that in the future that we're going to have social credit scores, and they look at me like, oh, that could never happen.
They're trying to make it happen.
China already has that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they already showed you in Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
They already showed you. So predictive programming is there, just like The Simpsons has been doing. They always have to tell you what they do before it happens. It's called predictive programming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm aware of predictive programming. So it's also a very, very black magic thing to do.
Absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely.
And we're going to put it in your face,
yes.
And then we're going to do it.
Yes.
Have you watched the film Zeitgeist? We should have a movie night if you haven't.
I don't think I have.
It came out in 2006. You might have a problem with one of the sections in it. There's three basic sections in the film. The first one is about how basically Judaism and Christianity is all predictive programming and all based on sun gods. It's all plagiarized from other religions. Now, that might be an uncomfortable thing for a Christian, but I think it's worth watching. And I don't necessarily agree with 100% of it, but there is a lot of really good
What are
facts.
the other two sections?
One is all about how 9/11 was an inside job and a black magic ritual, like a Luciferian ritual.
Of course.
And then the third section is all about the Federal Reserve and how the initiation and founding of the Federal Reserve was a giant way for the Rothschilds, the Morgans, the Chases, to those bloodlines to establish themselves. And in that section, as like the purveyors and controllers of the physical world, in that section, there's an interview, like an audio interview with I'm trying to remember his name, but he was like a big director in Hollywood at the time that had a conversation with the head of the Morgan family, the head of the Morgan banking family.
Andrew, you got a delivery.
And what he says, that this guy says to him, is that there's going to be a major disaster, and that's going to slowly scare the basic population into giving us more and more control.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Food delivery. Thank you for your
Oh, it was Uber Eats. I thought it was Amazon or something. Oh, okay. You know what?
Well, so this is what this guy says, right? He says that literally, like, the head of the Morgan family is like wanted to be friends with him because he was a cool artist and a director, and he like wanted to buddy up to him. And he was like, so what's going to happen is first there's going to be like a major disaster, like an attack, and then that's going to be the first step in people giving up more and more of their freedoms because they're going to be scared. And then there's going to be like a plague, like some sort of virus that's released. And that's going to scare people into giving up more and more of their freedoms. And the end goal is that eventually we just put a chip in everybody, and your bank account, your social media, your internet access, everything's based on that chip. And if we don't like what you say or what you do, we just turn your chip off.
Oh yeah, like a kill switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They're trying to do that with Tesla.
That
right
was
now.
in 1997.
That's why I believe that now it's the end times. That's why I believe that, because we're literally on the brink of that. Like, that's kind of why I told you I believe Elon Musk is who he is, because who do you think is pushing the brain chip? It's Elon Musk.
Well, I think that's a little fucking scary and weird. I don't care for that very much.
Yeah.
But I do really. I'm a data stats guy. I look at the stats. I look at what people are actually doing. Obama said he was going to do all these things. He was going to end war. We're going to have peace. Lower taxes for the lower class. Raise taxes for the rich. He didn't do any of that shit. In fact, he killed more people with drone strikes than anyone in human history. I never was a big fan of Trump or Elon Musk. I didn't really think about that guy that much, except for the fact that,
Nobody has.
Whatever, who gives a shit? But if you look at the fucking shit that they're actually doing, the policies that they're actually enacting, and what is actually happening, not the propaganda from the left or the right or any of that bullshit, just the actual policies. I don't agree with all of it, but about 60 to 70% of it is fucking incredible. Like, the destruction of USAID, 2 thumbs up. The destruction of the Federal Bureau of Education, which is a giant brainwashing program, fantastic. Get rid of it. Do you know what they went when Doge went into the Institute of Peace? The Institute of Peace, the U.S. government's Institute of Peace. They deleted over a terabyte of money laundering information before they walked in the door. They were able to recover it. They had loaded guns ready to shoot the members of Doge in the Institute of Peace. They also had open contracts with Taliban members, but they were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for undescribed contract work. They shut that shit down. That's very good. Now, will it become nefarious? Who's to say? But currently, some of the stuff they're doing is just absolutely fantastic.
I want to go back to something.
Sure,
I want to
please.
piggyback off to something when you were talking about the Morgan family.
Yeah.
Okay, this may or may not be a popular theory, but I've read it multiple times before. Okay, so the Titanic. I believe, I want to say J.P. Morgan was supposed to be on the Titanic
Interesting.
when it went down, but something happened like last minute to where he wasn't on there and he backed out.
But are you aware of the theory that actually wasn't the Titanic?
Really?
Yeah. It was another boat that was called the Titanic. It was all faked.
I don't know about that one, but
It's interesting. Go down that rabbit hole and you're on time.
shit.
The
I do know that.
Titanic not being real is a really fun fucking rabbit hole to go down if you like conspiracy
I've
theories and
also
stuff.
heard the theory that the boat makers were, they didn't like all the rich people and they kind of...
Oh, well, I mean, the Irish made it, and they're very proud of making a boat that killed a lot of English
Yeah.
millionaires. Which is very funny, too.
I think that they kind of like knew that it's not quote unquote indestructible as they claimed,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that there was definitely some conspiring. I think that they knew that it was gonna hit something and a bunch of people were gonna die. I think they kind of preemptively knew that.
Interesting. So there's a bunch of theories about it.
Yeah.
One is that it was a Luciferian sacrifice. One is it was the Irish's like low key saying "fuck you" to the British. One is that the name of that ship and another ship got swapped right before it launched, and the Titanic is just sitting in like the British port right now, but with a different name slapped on it. That's
a lot.
They're all very interesting.
Okay, that is a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it's a really, really fun rabbit hole to go down. I don't know how much of any of it I believe, but I do find it really interesting.
That one is interesting because I don't think we know the truth about that one, but
Okay.
it is very interesting.
We are close to when we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's real quick end the obviously complicated podcast. How we like to always end it with a real quick segment we call Deep Boys. Even though the whole podcast has kind of been Deep Boys. So,
wait, it sounds like you're trying to say deep ice with a British accent. Deep ice?
Deep Boys.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
so, that's funny. So, what Deep Boys is that it's like we're supposed to get super real and like vulnerable and like talk about some like real ass shit that's actually happened in our life. I don't have one of Deep Boy's question preloaded. Do you want to go ahead and take this one, Stevie?
I mean, I was going to see if she had any questions because she's been doing a pretty good job of having stuff.
Sure.
No pressure. But
Yeah. It's basically like, like we'll be like, hey, what's the first time you got your heart broken?
I do have one if you don't have anything.
When's it a super traumatic thing or what? Whatever. Like something real, like deep and real. I don't know.
okay, yeah. Well, okay, yeah. My current boyfriend is actually my first real ever relationship.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow. I have had a lot. I'm divorced. I don't know if you knew that.
Shit.
Yeah, I got married at 23 years old, and we were heroin addicts. So I'm no longer married because she picked heroin over me.
Because you didn't want to end up like the Alice in Chains singer.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Although I did think I was going to die at 27.
Oh, you would have been a part of the big club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Yep.
Wait, how old? You're not.
I'm 26.
Yeah,
You got a year
you
left.
could still.
Yeah, I was in my head. Like he was saying he was 27.
Yeah.
I'm like, you would have been a part of the club.
Yeah. I seriously thought I was going to die by 27.
But yeah, no, my
I'm
first
36.
ever real relationship.
You think that's late bloomer? You weren't interested? Was it a Christian thing? What was behind that?
Oh boy, lots of things. I feel like I personally feel like a little bit of a late bloomer. I feel like my life truly didn't start till I moved here 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was just. I'm from a small city. I'll just say small city because that's what it is in Louisiana, where like it's my home, but also it's not my home at the same time.
You're from Lafayette?
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles, okay.
Close, very close. But yeah, like I've just always known like this is not my place here. Like I've always felt very out of place. When I went to high school, I've never ever in my life been to prom in my life. I've never been to a homecoming.
Me either. Yeah. That's weird. I didn't go because I thought it was gay and lame.
It was.
Yeah. I was like, why the fuck am I gonna
prom
go
kinda sucked.
like a dance around a bunch of people I can't stand anyway? To music I don't like. I just would go to punk rock shows.
Like a bunch of people who kind of bullied me and shit.
Yeah.
I'm being real, like.
Yeah, fuck all that, dude. Yeah, no.
But they made me funny, so.
Hey, yeah, drama will do that. I think we deep boys. What about you, Stevie?
Yeah.
I think the base was relation.
I don't know. My first relationship was when I was like, well, really, was in like 8th grade. My last relationship before this one was about 7 years. I have been proposed to, but I did not, obviously, say yes. Yeah, that's.
And there you have it, guys. And there it is. Thank you guys for tuning into the Obviously Complicated podcast. If you guys love Corynn on here, let us know if you want her back. This was great. Thank you again so much for doing this. Check out her shit. She's fucking hilarious. We're all going to go do stand-up comedy at maybe one of the worst mics in Austin, Texas now.
True.
Thank you all. I love you. God bless. And fucking see you next time.